Please remain standing. I welcome Ms. Rebecca Schulman, Vice President of our South Bay Student Council, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the Star-Spangled Banner, followed by God Bless America. Please be seated. Welcome families, teachers, staff, and most importantly, our South Bay 5th grade class of 2021. Thank you for coming out today to celebrate and honor the accomplishments of our 5th graders and to mark their important transition from elementary school to the junior high school. Before we begin, a couple of brief announcements. Please be sure to silence your cell phones at this time. Additionally, before we begin our ceremony, I'd like to recognize some special guests at today's ceremony. We have Dr. Yendi Farrelly, our superintendent of schools. Mrs. Michelle Sarakis, assistant superintendent for finance and operations. Hanley, Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources. Mrs. Jennifer Hoffman, Director of Humanities. Mrs. Teresa Taplin, Director of STEAM. We have our fabulous 5th grade classroom teachers, Mr. Egan, Mrs. Zapula, and Mrs. Carla. South Bay teachers and staff joining us, Mrs. Fazio, Mrs. DeLuca, Mrs. Levy, Mrs. Hamilton, Mrs. Grimmy, Mrs. Cotto-Kurtz, and Mrs. DeLam, and Mr. Marshall. I also want to thank Mrs. Michelle Sarakis, Mr. Anthony Velasquez, and the Buildings and Grounds staff, Donna DeLarme and Donna Moranti from South Bay's main office, Mr. William Duran, our wonderful team that is live streaming today and providing our music, the WB security team, our 5th grade teaching team, and many other teachers for their contributions to today's moving up ceremony. Thank you also to the South Bay PTA 5th grade committee for all that they have done to commemorate this year for our 5th grade class, especially the wonderful day they planned yesterday for us. Truly exemplifying what it means to be a parent-teacher association. They have really partnered with our school to go above and beyond to recognize our deserving students, so thank you. All right, we will now begin the recognition of awards. So we are going to start by recognizing student participation in some of our South Bay clubs this year. When I announce the students' names, students please stand in your place. And families, if you can hold your applause until all of our student club participants for all of our clubs have been announced. Students, you can remain standing until I tell you to sit down. So students who participated in our computer club, Ashley Rosario, Sebastian Pizzino, Vincenzo Ramos. Students who participated in our enrichment club, Ashley Umana, Cole Patrick, Brody Woodward, Lily LaCicero. Students in our student council, Isabella Boyko, Lillian Maranta, Tegan Berry, Leslie Fuentes Reyes, Sebastian Pizzino, Robert Upham, Sophia Cascone, Joseph Lee, Public Relations Manager Lily LaCicero, Secretary of Student Council Nancy DeBacari, Vice President Rebecca Schulman, and President Brody Woodward. You have to stay standing for one more minute because there's one more club. Students in our Math Olympiads Club, Lucas Destigno, Martin Dowse, Lillian Maranta, Tegan Berry, Jacob Simonson, Cole Patrick, Saxton Camp, Rebecca Schulman, and Brody Woodward. You may be seated, students. And hopefully you continue to participate as you join the junior high school. For the next section of awards in our special areas, students should stand in place to be recognized, and we'll hold our applause until the end of each special area. We'll start with art. On behalf of Mrs. Doherty, I'd like to recognize students who have excelled in the area of art this year. Sophia Cascone, Nicholas Losella, Tegan Barry, Saxton Camp, Nancy DeBacari, Rebecca Schulman, Martin Dowse, Lillian Maranta, Ian Patey, Ashley Umana, Fernanda Perez Guadron. Please recognize our art recipients. You may be seated. For our music awards, on behalf of Mrs. Couture-Craft, I'd like to recognize students for their outstanding achievement in music this year. Bobby Upham, Isabella Boyko, Martin Dowse, Sophia Cascone, Lily LaCicero, and I have a special award in addition for one of our 5th grade musicians. Saxton Camp performed and competed piano at our NYSSMA festival. He earned a level 3 excellent distinction, and we'd also like to call him up to receive a medal. Students. You're doing excellent at following directions. All right. On behalf of Mrs. Levy, who's here today, we want to recognize some students for their achievement in library media. Our library award recipients are Tegan Barry, Elena Maddie, Nancy DeBacari, Bobby Upham, Lillian Maranta, Martin Dowse, Sophia Cascone, Joseph Lee, Jenelise Estrada, and Brody Woodward. You can sit down. All right, our physical education awards. So Coach Russo and Coach Hilbert want to recognize students in a few different physical education awards. Our first group of students are being recognized for excellence all around in physical education. These students are Sophia Cascone, Leslie Fuentes Reyes, Viviana Romero, Ashley Rosario, Tegan Barry, Lily LaCicero, Lillian Maranta, Ashley Umana, Kyle Bruce, Patrick Gugnacki, Jacob Simonson, Ambrix Estevez, Xavier Estevez, Sebastian Casino, Lucas Despigno, Saxton Camp, and DeMarcus Thomas. You may be seated, students. Next, the Physical Education Student Extraordinaire Award. This award goes to 2 students who excel in all areas of physical education. These students not only exhibit superior athletic skill, but they're also always willing to help and guide others in their physical education classes. This year's Student Extraordinaire Award recipients, and they can stand to be recognized, are Cole Patrick and Elena Maddie. Sit down. The next Physical Education Award is the Coaches Award. This award goes to 2 students who are always willing to help their classmates and their coaches throughout the class. The recipients consistently exhibit excellent sportsmanship and cooperation during physical education activities and at recreation. This year's recipients of the Coaches Award who can stand to be recognized are Brody Woodward and Nancy DiVicari. You can take a seat. And our final Physical Education Award is the Suffolk Zone Physical Education Leadership Award. It's sponsored each year by the Suffolk Zone of the New York State Alliance for Health, Physical Education, Recreation, and Dance. And it's meant to recognize students for outstanding leadership, fitness, citizenship, and excellence in physical education. This year we have 4 recipients of this award, and the recipients are Brody Woodward, Xavier Estevez, Lillian Maranta, and Nicole Periclos. You can take a seat, students. Congratulations to all of our Physical Education Award recipients. All right, for the next section of awards, we'll ask students to come up to the front to receive a pin as part of their award. Students, when you come up to the front, you're going to exit out your row and you're going to cross over to where Mrs. Fazio and Mrs. DeLuca are standing. And then you'll come up to the white line and walk across to where this flag is. Then you'll receive your pin, and then you'll head back around to your seat. And we'll help you if you forget. The Citizenship Award is presented to students who have shown strong character, demonstrated kindness, truthfulness, and respect in their community. This year, we've got student input for these awards. So the students are not only being recommended by their teachers, but have also been identified by their peers as deserving of this wonderful award. Students, when you hear your name called, please come up to receive your citizenship pin. This year's Citizenship Awards will go to, from Mrs. DiCarlo's class, Xavier Estevez, Nicholas Lasella, Sophia Cascone. From Mr. Egan's class, Bobby Upham, Keegan Berry, and Brody Woodward. From Mrs. Zapula's class, Lillian Maranta, Lily Locicero, and Nicole Periclos. And from our virtual classrooms, Bella Hampton and Fernanda Perez Guadron. I look forward to seeing how they continue to be wonderful citizens in their community in junior high school. Another round of applause for our citizens. And I just realized, because it was on the top of the next page, that I left someone out. Jenalise Estrada. Leave Jenalise out. All right. Next set of awards are the President's Awards for Educational Achievement and Excellence. The Presidential Award for Achievement is awarded to 5th grade students who have a GPA of 3.0 to 3.49. These students have performed very well academically this school year, and we want to congratulate them on their great success. Students, as your name is called, please come up in a similar fashion to receive your pinned award. This year's Presidential Award for Educational Achievement recipients are Kyle Bruce, Patrick Ugnacki, Lily LaCicero, Angelina Martinez, Cole Ott, Ian Katie, Noah Alvader, Vikas Dispigno, Catherine Gomez Gutierrez, Elena Maddie, DeMarcus Thomas, and Kamora Lewis. The Presidential Award for Educational Excellence is awarded to students in 5th grade who have a GPA of 3.5 or higher. These students have absolutely excelled this school year, and they've obviously put in a great deal of work to their studies to achieve this. This year's Presidential Award for Educational Excellence recipients are Martin Dowse, Lillian Maranta, Nicole Perry-Klaus, Jacob Simonson, Ashley Umana, Tegan Berry, Saxton Camp, Nancy DeBucari, Cole Patrick, Rebecca Schulman, Bobby Upham, Brody Woodward, and Joseph Lee. So we have a couple of more awards that will be presented to 1 or 2 students. For these awards, we will ask each of these students to come up to receive their award. The first is the Attorney General's Office Triple C Award. I would like to read a letter from Attorney General Letitia James that explains the award and congratulates its recipients. For more than 20 years, the Office of the Attorney General has celebrated some of New York's most remarkable young people with the presentation of our Triple C Award. I am proud to carry on this program, which recognizes students for their courage, commitment, and character. During the past year, your generation has been cast in the role of trailblazer. From expanding the boundaries of online learning to finding creative ways to connect and bond with your peers, to accepting the tremendous responsibility of keeping your family, friends, and community safe through social distancing, you have already changed the world. There is no limit to what you will achieve next. It is my privilege to present you with the Attorney General's CCC Award in honor of your enduring courage, commitment, and character. Sincerely, Letitia James. Our first CCC Award goes to a student who always shows a commitment to her academics. She shows maturity, responsibility, and integrity in everything that she does. Her attitude is always positive, focused, and determined, in times of triumph, but also in times of struggle. As such, she is a great role model for her peers. Our first CCC Award goes to Nicole Pericles. Our second CCC Award goes to a student who is a friend to everyone. He is always willing to help a classmate, whether it's by assisting them with understanding an assignment or simply helping them to pick something up. He always encourages his friends and cheers them on. In fact, this morning, he came to school ready with a message to tell his class as they got ready to get on the bus for moving out, because he was so proud of his classmates. Our next CCC Award goes to Sebastian Pizzino. Next award is the State Comptroller Student Achievement Award. State Comptroller Thomas P. DiNapoli presents a Student Achievement Award for outstanding academic and leadership performance. Comptroller DiNapoli wanted us to share this congratulatory message. The New York State Comptroller's Achievement Award is presented each year to students who have excelled academically and have also shown leadership potential by volunteering their time to serve their school or community. Comptroller DiNapoli sends his sincere congratulations and best wishes to the graduating class of 2021. Our first Student Achievement Award goes to a student who has worked extremely hard this year in his virtual classroom. He does well in all academic subjects, and particularly this year has shown tremendous responsibility and commitment to his studies as he pivoted to an entirely new way of learning. Our first Comptroller Student Achievement Award goes to Joseph Lee. To a student who has taken leadership roles both in and outside the classroom this year. She always strives for excellence in her work, and she demonstrates strong ability in all of her academic subjects. Our next Comptroller's Student Achievement Award goes to Lillian Maranta. Outstanding student from each graduating class. This student must have combined academic success with a commitment to the community. This year's recipient of this prestigious award always exhibits true leadership in all that he does. He is compassionate and committed to help others. As our student council president, he has the respect of his peers. He has volunteered to make and write announcements for our school, as well as volunteered his home for student council collections. He puts his best effort into all assignments, no matter what the task, and he is consistently a high achiever. I'm so very pleased to recognize Brody Woodward for this year's At this time, we would like to have a brief song. This song is dedicated to the family members that are in attendance in the bleachers today. Raise your hand and wave to your child. Our fifth graders would like to dedicate this song to you as a thank you for the support and guidance that you've given them from kindergarten all the way up to fifth grade where they are today. brief remarks before we give out our moving up certificates. We continue to hear the phrase, "a year like no other," to describe this school year. And I know that our fifth graders will agree that nothing has ever been more true. I'm grateful in all the craziness of this past year that we are here today together to reflect on the year behind us and to look forward to the future ahead of our fifth graders. I want to take a second to address the people that are here. First, to our parents, guardians, and family members of our fifth grade graduates in attendance. On behalf of all of our fifth graders and our South Bay staff, I want to thank you for all the time and effort that you have put into your child's elementary education. Over the course of your child's time at South Bay, I am certain that you've spent at least one full weekend putting together a project with your child. I'm certain that you sat with your child to help him or her read a challenging piece of text or helped him or her edit a piece of writing. I'm absolutely certain that you spent at least a couple of hours at some point desperately trying to help them with a piece of math homework. Over the past 18 months, I am very sure that you have been stretched thin trying to balance all of your many roles and responsibilities with the help that you've provided for your child. You've done all of these things, these tangible supports for their academics, but you've also given your child other supports that they needed through elementary school. The words of encouragement, the hugs, the endless belief in their potential. I thank you. I know our fifth graders thank you. And I really encourage you to keep all of those supports in place these next few years in the junior high school. While your child will become ever more independent, they will also continue to need you. To our teachers and staff, thank you for doing something that elementary school teachers do so well. Thank you for helping to instill a love of learning in our students. Particularly in the last 18 months, you've reinvented yourselves and your practice. You've given so much time and energy into these students, but you've also shown our students that you believe in them, care for them, and look out for them. I know that our students will always remember their experience at South Bay as and to our fifth grade students. I've been able to get to know you for about half of your time in elementary school, and I can say wholeheartedly that you are an incredible group of young men and women. Each of you has unique strengths, interesting personalities, and a bold and curious approach to the world. You are competitive, highly competitive at times. And I know that you will take that spirit and bring passion and drive to your future endeavors. While these last 18 months may not have been what we wanted or what we expected at times, they also presented us with obstacles and challenges. In the face of those obstacles, each of you has shown adaptability, grit, and resilience. I am personally proud of you for weathering this storm, and you should be proud of yourself. As you transition to junior high school and beyond, you will continue to encounter challenges, obstacles, and brand new experiences. What this past 18 months has taught us is that you are ready. You are ready for challenges because you are all strong, intelligent, and thoughtful young people that are capable of overcoming anything in your path. I and we cannot wait to hear about all the things you are going to do. As you take this next step forward, continue to learn and grow academically, but also stay true to yourself and remember your time at South Bay. When you face a challenge in the future, one that seems insurmountable, remember these past 18 months and remember how strong you truly are. Congratulations to you, the South Bay 5th grade class of 2021.
Teachers and family and classmates. Who would believe we would be here today? When we came back to school this September after being virtual, I don't think anyone thought we would make it through the school year, but we did it. This year was definitely different than any other year in the history of South Bay. We wore masks, we had to stay 6 feet apart, we didn't go to any specials, they came to us. We ate at our desks. The cafeteria and gymnasium were turned into classrooms, and some of our friends learned home as virtual. A little over a year ago, none of us would have thought this was possible. And although this year was different, we managed to make memories and have fun. I spoke with my classmates and asked them what was their favorite part of the school year. They said that the Global Day of Play, doing experiments, scrapbooking club, student council, and assemblies. But the majority of my classmates said that being back in school was their favorite thing about the school year. That's because South Bay is truly a special place. It has been our home for the last 6 years. The teachers that we love, the principal who always looks out for us, the staff that knows our names and puts smiles on our faces are all at South Bay. I know we will all miss South Bay and everything about it next year. Although we don't want to move on, our teachers have made sure that we are ready for the junior high. You have prepared us for the next step in our education, and we thank you for all you that have done for us. As we get ready for lockers, changing classes, sports, and making new friends, we are sad we had to leave the place that has cared for us for so long. South Bay will always have a place in our hearts. And please, don't worry about us. One thing for sure, if we made it through this year, junior high will be a breeze.
We are very proud to have honored the achievements of this extraordinary group of students today. We will now present students with recognition of their moving up, signifying their successful transition from elementary school at South Bay to the junior high school. At this time, I'll ask each 5th grade graduate to come up to receive his or her recognition. Students, as a reminder, you should stand up in your row and exit left towards Mrs. Fazio and Mrs. DeLuca, and then cross on the front way, and then circle back to your seat. JDL Adamus. Noah Altvader. Tegan Mary. Darrell Battle. Gerard Berry. Isabella Boyko. Kyle Bruce. Saxton Camp. Sophia Cascone. Devin Chung. Daniela Lovato Salcido. Thomas D'Amelia. Nancy DiBicari. Lucas Despigno. Jason Doginski. Martin Dowse. Xavier Estevez. Amrit Estevez Jr. Jenelise Estrada. Keon Foster. Leslie Fuentes Reyes. Catherine Gomez Gutierrez. Patrick Gugnacki. Bella Hampton. Alexander King. Nicholas Lasella. Joseph Lee. Kamora Lewis. Lily LaCicero. Jordan Lowe. Angelina Martinez. Elena Natty. Stephen Miller. Lillian Maranta. Robert Nunn. Risa Olivas. Cole Ott. Ian Haley. Cole Patrick. Fernanda Perez Wadrone. Nicole Perrycliffe. Sebastian Casino. Vincenzo Ramos. Viviana Romero. Ashley Rosario. Athen Rusto. Rebecca Schulman. Jacob Simonson. DeMarcus Thomas.
That's my boy!
Ashley Fana.
Marcus.
Robert Upham III. And last but certainly not least, Brody Woodward. like to have our 5th grade class stand up so that we can give them one more round of applause.
We're so proud of you guys.
Students, if you can take a seat, we're going to dismiss by alphabetical, by last name. Students, when I call the letter in your last name, you're going to walk over to where Miss Donna is standing by the gate. And parents, if you carry your child's last name, if you can send one parent over to pick up your student there. And I hope you have a wonderful day and weekend celebrating. We'll start with students with last names A, B, and C. Students with last name